All right, let's talk about Trent McDuffie and the Kansas City Chiefs. Like, listen, I think it's hard to argue with Patrick Mahomes winning Super Bowl MVP. I mean, with the fourth quarter he had, and especially with the overtime he had. Like, sure, very deserving. But you know what? There's a lot of players usually deserving, and it's so hard for a defensive player to win the award. You usually need like a defensive score, just because you don't get the stats, even if you have an amazing game. Like, you don't put up the numbers an offensive player does, because that's not how that works. But whether you think he deserves Super Bowl MVP or not, really it's just an excuse to talk about Trent McDuffie. So let's talk about Trent McDuffie. He was amazing in this game. Starting off with this play. So you see Deebo Samuel was in motion. McDuffie, known for being a slot corner, right, was all-pro at the slot corner position this season. Well, what's going to happen on this specific play, which is a 3rd down and 14, Niners, just on the outside of field goal range? Well, that is the coverage. It's man coverage. So, okay, what's notable is, there could be some windows sort of towards the sideline for a one-on-one matchup. And as it turns out, that's what's happening. Deebo Samuel is going to be running a deep shot outside the numbers. So McDuffie, who is a slot corner, right? This is not what he's used to doing. This is a concept you usually, run to try and get a player who's, to do something they're not used to doing. We'll watch how, when you see Purdy takes the snap, he is going to evade some pressure, throws down the field, and this is just it's a one-on-one matchup with McDuffie, with Samuel down the field. But you see, McDuffie isn't giving up a ton of separation. There's maybe a step, but as of right now, this is more of it's 3rd and 14, let's take a chance. Sure, it could be intercepted, but hey, one-on-one in the end zone on 3rd and 14, why not throw it up there? I like the decision by Purdy to try this, especially early on in the game. However, as you see, McDuffie does an amazing job of getting over and knocking the ball away. Samuel wanted a flag on that one, but I think that was the right call, not throwing a flag. Yes, there was some contact with the hand, but I don't think that's what significantly impacted the play, which is the rule. So, to me, this is just good defense by McDuffie. Going over here, another 3rd down, and again, McDuffie wasn't just making plays. He was making plays in key spots. This one being another one. It's a 3rd down and 10 situation, and it's again going to be man coverage. That is where McDuffie is on the field, and you see the route that he's going to be going up against. It is worth mentioning, once again, Deebo Samuel is the guy who he's going to be covering. And again, these types of routes for the 49ers have been deadly. I mean, they've been the routes that no one's been able to cover this season. Usually these are resulting in easy 15-yard completions for the 49ers. So yeah, on a 3rd and 10, it absolutely makes sense for the Niners to try something. And it's also worth mentioning, the 49ers go down the field and score a touchdown here. That could just about ice the game. Even just a 1st down, burn some more clock, that could go a long way. However, Purdy's going to take the snap, and it looked like McDuffie ran the route for Samuel. You see how he cuts so well that when Samuel moved over the middle, you see McDuffie is right in front of him and in great position to be able to make a play. It turned out that Samuel almost ended up playing defense there, making sure he didn't get the interception, because that really could have been key for the Chiefs, getting an interception. But either way, it was a really impressive play and a really impactful play. These are 3rd down plays that they're throwing it up. They're saying, let's give our guys a chance, and McDuffie is not, he's the one who's winning in those spots. And going over here, this sequence was legitimately game-saving. This was legitimately game-saving, these couple of plays. Because again, situation here. So 2 minutes and 46 seconds. If the 49ers can run out the clock and kick a field goal as time expires, it's over. They win the Super Bowl. That's their goal at this spot. They're like, okay, we're in field goal range, and it's a dome. It's a long field goal, but we feel okay about this situation. They're trying to run out the clock. And for McDuffie, it's, again, a play that could really fool a lot of lesser corners, where George Kittle is going to start off as though he's blocking, but then he's going to run a route towards the top of the screen. And with a play action, these things for the 49ers have gotten people fooled all season long. However, when Purdy takes the snap, you look at McDuffie, and he's a little bit fooled. He did get out of position. He is human. The Shanahan scheme is effective, But watch him be able to come back, and when Purdy hits Kittle, he's able to make that immediate tackle. Kittle doesn't gain any yards. That's an amazing play. And what it does is it now, that takes us to the 2-minute warning. So we're now at the 2-minute warning, and it sets up a 3rd down and 5 situation. This is what would happen on the third, and actually the game, debatably it's 3rd and 4. The broadcast seemingly has it as it says it's 3rd and 4, but it's really 3rd and 5. Anyway, you see where McDuffie is on the field. Again, this can't be overstated how big of a spot this is. If the 49ers pick up a first down in this spot, well, the Chiefs have 2 timeouts. They would burn one right there. The 49ers could run the ball 3 times. The Chiefs would probably get the ball back with around 20 seconds down 3. And again, yes, Mahomes did have that 13-second moment, but that was with timeouts. No timeouts, that would be the greatest comeback in the history of sports, which is, possible, but highly unlikely. If the 49ers get the first down here, they probably are Super Bowl champions. And Trent McDuffie is not in coverage. He is blitzing. And, Spagnuolo will do this, right? If you're a defensive back, you are going to have to blitz. You don't just get to play coverage. And when it begins, he is the unblocked player because, again, it's an all-out blitz. So, one more guy rushing the passer, then there are blockers. McDuffie gets the straight shot, and you have several ways you could go here. Do you go up to try and deflect the pass because you see Purdy's looking like he's going to throw the ball, or do you not? Do you just try and go over and make a tackle? It's the kind of age-old question. But you see he does go up for the pass, and he deflects it. And, listen, to be honest, I don't know if that's going to get complete either way. That looks like it's going to be tough, but you don't want to give Jennings the chance. Jennings has made some great plays this game. You don't want to even have to worry about that. So the deflected pass there, absolutely the, great job there by by Trent McDuffie to make something like that happen. So yeah, a lot of plays, a lot of key plays, a lot of game-saving plays by Trent McDuffie. I think the reason why you wouldn't say that he's a Super Bowl MVP is because of the one bad play he had in overtime. It's this one where you're going to see him hold Jennings, and it's a hold, right? He gets that left arm, it ties up Jennings enough. That is a hold. That's going to get called every single time. It seemed like Spagnuolo wasn't happy about it. I'm wondering if he was hoping for, hockey overtime rules where anything goes. That's a penalty. It is. And the reason why this is bad is because of the situation. It was a 3rd and 13 in overtime. If he's able to cover here instead of having to hold, well, then, they're kicking the ball back to Mahomes, only needing a field goal to win. Listen, worked out. The Chiefs ended up winning anyway, so whatever. But that was definitely at the time a really bad play. But as a whole, this was a great game by McDuffie, and they don't win this game without McDuffie. So again, the MVP question is always a fun one, so I like to talk about it. But whether you think he deserves it or not, I think what's fair to say is that he was an absolute star on the field. He was a star. I mean, what he was able to do, because obviously I'm showing the notable plays, the ones where he gets the deflections, but how about all the plays where the ball just didn't go in Trent McDuffie's direction because he was covering well, right? That happened on the majority of snaps, and what he's been able to do for this Kansas City Chiefs team has been nothing short of remarkable. And again, I do feel like the biggest reason they won this game is their coverage, and him and L'Jarius Sneed are the 2 key cogs in that system. And while, Sneed's going to get a bit of extra credit because he's the outside guy, we got to give credit to the slot corner as well, who, proves that just because you're a quote-unquote slot corner doesn't mean you're there because you can't cover. Sometimes that's where your skill set is better at, and that's what he's able to do on all that. And when he had to cover outside, he covered outside. So what a game by him. That's what I think about all of this. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Always love hearing from y'all. And of course, as always, thanks for watching.